Hi everyone, welcome back to G&D Cars. Today we're diving into something truly special, a name from the past reborn with futuristic flair. That's right, we're talking about the 2026 Studebaker Avanti. For those of you who love automotive history as much as you love innovation, this car is a fusion of both worlds. The Studebaker name once symbolized bold American engineering, and now, in 2026, the Avanti is making a triumphant return with style, speed, and stunning technology. Let's start by looking back just a little. The original Avanti was launched in 1962 by the Studebaker Corporation, and it quickly became a cult classic. It was billed as America's only four-passenger high-performance personal car. The body was radical for its time, sleek, fiberglass, and full of curves that set it apart from the usual steel-bodied cars of the era. It looked like something out of the future, and in a way, it was. The Avanti was one of the first American cars to come standard with front disc brakes, and its design was ahead of its time. Fast forward to 2026, and here we are standing in awe of the reborn Studebaker Avanti. The new model is not just a tribute to the past but a bold leap forward, designed and developed by a modern design team with deep respect for the original. The 2026 Avanti is a head-turner that keeps its vintage soul while embracing cutting-edge performance and luxury. The body design of the 2026 Avanti is unmistakably inspired by its ancestor, but it's been reimagined for the modern era. The elongated hood, short rear deck, and sweeping curves give it a sporty and elegant silhouette. But now, instead of fiberglass, the body is crafted from carbon fiber and aluminum, reducing weight while enhancing strength and performance. The front fascia is aggressive but refined, with LED matrix headlights that have a unique, jewel-like pattern, and the classic Avanti grille has been reinterpreted with a digital touch that integrates seamlessly with the front end. The rear of the car features slim LED taillights that wrap around the fenders, a subtle nod to the retro styling of the original, and a center exit quad exhaust system that adds to its performance character. The overall stance is wide and low, giving the Avanti a planted and muscular look. It rides on 21-inch alloy wheels, wrapped in high-performance tires, and the wheels themselves are sculpted with a turbine-style design that's both functional and stylish. Open the doors and step inside, and you're greeted by a cabin that's futuristic, luxurious, and dripping in craftsmanship. The interior of the 2026 Avanti is all about blending premium materials with the latest technology. Leather and suede wrap the seats, dashboard, and door panels, while real metal and carbon fiber trim add to the sporty elegance. The front seats are deeply bolstered for spirited driving but also come with massaging, heating, and cooling functions for long-distance comfort. Front and center is a massive 15-inch curved OLED touchscreen that controls everything from navigation to climate to media. Below that is a sleek center console with haptic touch controls and a crystal drive selector knob. The digital gauge cluster is fully customizable and gives the driver real-time performance data, including G-forces, boost levels, and lap timers if you ever feel like taking it to the track. Voice commands, wireless smartphone integration, over-the-air updates, and an AI-powered driving assistant come standard. There's even an augmented reality heads-up display that projects navigation arrows and speed info onto the windshield, giving the driver all the critical info without ever having to look away from the road. Under the hood, the 2026 Studebaker Avanti is all business. There are two powertrain options available. The base model comes with a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 that produces a hefty 475 horsepower and 500 pounds-feet of torque. But for those craving more power, there's the Avanti GT, which features a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 pushing out an eye-watering 720 horsepower and 660 pounds-feet of torque. That's enough to rocket this beast from 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds. With a top speed north of 205 miles per hour. Both engines are mated to a lightning-fast 8-speed dual-clutch transmission and come with all-wheel drive as standard. There's also an adaptive air suspension system that adjusts in real time based on road conditions and driving mode. Whether you're in comfort, sport, or track mode, the Avanti feels like a totally different animal. giving you control over how aggressive or relaxed you want the ride to be. On the road, the 2026 Avanti is sublime. The chassis tuning is razor sharp, giving you precise steering and exceptional grip. The all-wheel drive system is rear-biased, so it still feels like a muscle car when you want to kick the tail out, but it also grips like a supercar when you're carving up a twisty canyon road. The brakes are massive carbon ceramic rotors with 6-piston calipers up front, providing fade-free stopping power even under the most intense driving conditions. Sound is another area where the Avanti impresses. Inside the cabin, a 20-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system delivers rich, immersive audio, but when you really want to hear music, just crack the windows and let the exhaust note pour in. That V8 roars with authority, crackles on downshifts, and screams at high RPMs. It's pure mechanical symphony. Studebaker didn't skimp on safety or tech either. The 2026 Avanti comes with all the latest driver assist systems, including adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, and a 360-degree camera system. There's also a night vision mode that uses infrared to detect pedestrians or animals on dark roads, adding an extra layer of protection. One of the more futuristic features is its biometric start system. Instead of a key fob, the Avanti can be started using facial recognition or a fingerprint scan. That adds a level of personalization and security that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. And for those who like to track performance data, the built-in telemetry system lets you record your driving stats and even share them with fellow Avanti owners through the brand's dedicated app. Now let's talk about the price. The 2026 Studebaker Avanti isn't cheap, but for what it offers, it's surprisingly competitive. The base V6 model starts at around $135,000, while the high-performance Avanti GT V8 will set you back approximately $185,000. Considering the performance, craftsmanship, and exclusivity on offer, it's actually a solid value in the world of luxury GTs and high-end performance cars. Studebaker is only producing a limited number of Avantis for 2026, just 2,000 units globally, with each one individually numbered and available with bespoke customization options. That means every Avanti will be unique, from the paint color to the stitching pattern to the trim materials. You can really make this car your own, whether you want something subtle and classy or loud and bold. What's most impressive about the 2026 Avanti is how it honors the past while pushing into the future. It doesn't rely solely on nostalgia. It takes the spirit of the original, daring, different, forward-thinking, and injects it into a modern machine that feels just as groundbreaking today as the first Avanti did in the '60s. It's rare to see a brand resurrected in such a thoughtful and exciting way. The 2026 Studebaker Avanti isn't just a car, it's a statement. It tells the world that performance and style don't have to follow the rules, that tradition and innovation can coexist, and that bold design, when executed right, never goes out of fashion. Whether you're a longtime car enthusiast who remembers the original or someone new to the Avanti name, this car demands attention. It's not trying to be a retro toy. It's trying to be the best GT car in its class, and honestly, it just might be. So if you've been dreaming of something that combines old school cool with next-gen power, the 2026 Studebaker Avanti could be the one. From its sculpted exterior to its tech-laden interior, from the thunder of its V8 to the finesse of its handling, this car delivers an experience that's as emotional as it is exhilarating. That's it for today's deep dive. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new Studebaker Avanti. Would you drive one? Do you think it lives up to the legacy of the original? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another episode from G&D Cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.